Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Wanda, and in today's video, I'm just gonna be talking about hey guys, this is future me, literally 2 days, and it's literally 12 a.m. Anywho, so after editing this video, it literally took me an hour, pretty quick and all. I realized, okay, the first title I gave this video was overcoming hardships. I realized the only hardship I mentioned is literally this whole relationship thingy that I'm talking about. So basically, the true title of this video is what I've learned from my first high school heartbreak, part 1 of 2 videos. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. Before we start, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below and don't forget to go on this video. I'm just getting ready. I think first of all, I'm just gonna do my face and my hair, and then we're gonna move on to the whole clothes situation. We got the Aveeno lotion, toothbrush, perfume, hair grease, Blue Magic. We have the toothpaste, Colgate, and we have deodorant. And for now, this is all I need, but yeah. This video is just all about letting go and beyond that. It's definitely really hard to process. I never realized how hard it was until actually go through it. It's about 3 weeks ago. Well, now 2.5 weeks actually, I think so. Almost 3 weeks. I had a situation with somebody who was called a situationship. And it all ended abruptly, and I didn't expect it at all. And that's another thing that I really wish that we had more communication. But just besides that, just how everything literally in constant communication for the past month, and especially it being more in the last 2 weeks that we were with each other and all that. But then it all ended. It was literally a slap in the face. I was just like, what? That's literally what I was. And luckily I didn't cry in front of him or do all that stuff. But I was definitely going through. That next day, this happened on a Wednesday, for crying out loud. Thursday and Friday was so rough. And I remember actually that same day I had to do a workout, and my friends were like, what happened? And then I was explaining it. I started bawling out my eyes, and it was just a whole entire mess. Either let's do my hair or continue. This is what it looks like. Anyways, though, so yeah, it was just really hard. And the part that makes it even more worse is that we literally had a class diff. It was hard to see every day, having fun and all that, and talking to people and all this stuff. We ended up on good terms, but then that Friday or something, I remember I just went and I was like, oh yeah, I just wanted to be friends right now and all that, and just basically I just really wanted this space and all that. But then 5 days later, literally exactly 5 days later, I changed my mind. And he was fine with it and everything like that. My friends were like, you need to apologize. If you really do want to be friends, you need to apologize as soon as possible. So that's what I did the next day. And fast forward to Wednesday of 2.5 weeks ago, that's when I got the nasty message back from that person. And that really, really broke me. And I think that they basically I just don't mess with you like that no more. And I was just oh, okay. I kind of did set myself with it, but at the same time, it really did hurt. Just knowing that even more, we weren't going to make it. Just the whole time, it's been hard. And I remember the beginning, I was I want to do this and that, but at the same time, I was I need to feel my feelings. And that's really important because I feel if I didn't, it would have all still been suppressed and everything like that. And I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because honestly, you have to go through emotions But and then once you do, it's like then you can understand and like eventually understand and accept the situation and move on. But for me at that time, I wanted to move on really quickly and all that. It just was not working. Even my friends were like, okay, now this works. You can go into this other guy that I like to make. I was like, no, I just really can't. And I'm glad I listened to myself there. I wish I listened to myself more throughout this whole thing. Maybe it would have turned out better. Who knows? But either way, yeah, so that's basically like how that happened. Okay, either way, so yeah, another part about it, like I was really attached to this person and all that. And all I did and everything that resolved my life was surrounded by this person. So that's a big thing. I wish I never was attached. But it has definitely like taught me like so much. And a lesson I will take on in the future, whether it may be with him or not. But right now, I kind of don't see it with me and him. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna change right up here, and I'm gonna be wearing these Nike dry fit shorts, like this. 1 and 3, 2, 1, and here we go. This is the outfit. Let me give you another angle. That's the outfit.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so anyway, continuing on the story. So I was really attached to this person. Okay. And I really lost myself. And like we had so many good times and like everything like that, but at the same time it was really emotionally draining and took all my energy and everything like that. And I focus more on the person, which isn't entirely bad, but I feel like I saw a TikTok about this yesterday because all my For You page is about, and it's really nice, like especially when I was with him, I was like, oh yeah, keep up this stuff, and like now all surprisingly, well I mean probably since I've been liking more of the videos, but like now since I've liked more videos of like healing all that, that's all it's turning up on my For You page. And so basically, just like I saw the thing and I was just like, you know, it's the other person, yeah, it should be a priority, but like maybe if it's like even your second priority, but your number one priority is yourself. Because at the end of the day, like regardless of anything, like you have to love yourself first, and it's important to do that before you do somebody else. And I didn't realize that until like actually being with this person as far and as deep as we went and all that. It was like, wow, like I realized so much things I really need to work on myself more. And a big thing I really saw was just like opening up, like everything felt really fast. And I didn't understand in the moment because that was actually one of the reasons why we had broken things off, because we felt like things were going too fast. Well, he mentioned it, and then that's when I realized later on, yeah, we probably really were. But I just wasn't ready, but I wanted to be ready. I wanted to rush into something that just wasn't meant to be at the moment. And we're like, yeah, we wish things would have went slower. I mean, that's not like one of the, like, it is a big reason, but there's also other things I factored into it on my part and on his part and all that. But, so just watching all those videos on TikTok free page really like hit me hard, and like I understood so much. Now I'm not as good as understanding. Like if you asked me a week ago, I'd probably be like, yeah, it was all his fault, this and that. That's how it really like in the beginning. And in the middle of this, okay, so let's say that was the first week. Second week, it was more like, okay, I'm trying to heal and like that. I understand like it was my fault too. Near 2.5 weeks, it was just like, yeah, so maybe he couldn't have left things off the way that it had, and I know that this and that, but I accepted more of the situation, and now I'm going on, finishing off, going towards the third week. It's just like, I'm all right, and I realized how much consumed I was in this, and once again, how much energy and time I put, and I forgot what I liked, I forgot what I wanted, because that's all I do. I invest everything in time. I literally wear my heart on my sleeve, which is a thing that like, which is not entirely about the same time. It's just like, it comes back to hurt sometimes. And for me, I was really broken leaving things off, well, him leaving things off, because he was the one who did initiate the conversation that I wasn't ready for, that I was too I'm blinded by in the moment, because once again, it's like when you're with somebody, it's like you say all these things beforehand, but then when you're with somebody, it's just like, oh, you feel more tempted to like just not care about like what your values or morals are before the person. In a way, like it's like, oh, I want to do this and that, and once you know the person, it just feels like right and all that. But either way, going on with the whole moving on thing, it's like I was really stuck in this place, and I remember I'd been listening to, like, I never realized how much like your music influenced you, and so I had to take a whole shift. I can even pop it up. This is my first playlist. It's called like, yeah, and it was like in my feelings and all that. My second playlist is like recovery, and that's the one I actually made like a week ago. And my third one, it's like literally uplifting. It's like the first one was like Olivia Rodrigo, just like all these like in my feelings songs. The next one was like, okay, empowerment songs like I Am Woman, A-OK, Wildest Dreams, that stuff uplifted me. And then the third one is just like literally purely good intention songs, and that really has transformed me. Like I don't, and just little things like that was able to change my life. Cause like if I was better before him, and I'll be after him, but during the process, like I just need to change things up, because moving on this chapter, it's like I've learned so much, but at the same time, it's like I haven't learned everything, of course, but it's like I have a new understanding, and I want to get better, and I want to make a change, and I don't want to be sad this whole time. I want to make myself happy. So I know if I build new habits, like even listening to music, change something simple like that, can do so much good wonders. Being around people that genuinely make me happy has definitely, like, I remember like how I prioritized this guy more than my friends, and I'd leave them. Like I used to like hang with my friend in the hallway every single day, but then I at some point did lie to her, but eventually did confess and all that, and I am ashamed of that for sure. But I just, a thing that just really taught me out of the whole thing is just to like, don't have your whole personality and your whole life dedicated to this one person. Like unless like you're in marriage or whatever, like yes, then they're gonna be the person. But this is high school once again. Like it's not the deep. Like you need to like have like other people, not just focus on like I literally have sports and school and everything like that, in a job, 2 jobs actually. Well, actually just quit my last one. If you haven't seen my last video, which you totally should, but I know that through this experience, I'm so grateful for it, and I'm grateful for all the memories that we had. It definitely was a really great ride with him, but I know it's time to let it go entirely. And I stopped looking at tarot readings. I stopped looking at zodiac signs. I stopped another big thing is looking at my frozen messages, because one night I did that actually 2 nights ago, and the next day I was like so depressed and everything like that. I was like, I can't be doing this anymore. Like it is time. It'll be okay, whether you're going through this or not. Like whether you may be in like a relationship like this, like you can get through it. I'm so lucky she'll be there, like 3 weeks later. Like sometimes thinking about him, it's just like, oh my gosh, and seeing the class every day, it's just like, oh my gosh, what we could have been. But at the end of the day, like I know like this was the best thing. And whether you may be religious or not, like the universe will be there for you, or whether you're Christian or not, God will be there, and he has a plan. This is part of his plan. And I feel like this is really good that we're in this now, especially now later on in my life, even though, yeah, but I just feel like I really need this now, because I was like, I really want to rush into relationships or anything like that. But now it's like a good recognition that like I need to slow and dial back, and I need to just really cherish the moment and like not be so attached yet. But time is very important too, because once again, I only knew this person for a month first before everything like it's calculated and all that. And
I'm gonna be honest a little bit here. From that video that I made earlier, yeah, I feel like it was decent advice, but honestly, the reality is, you know, it's hard. It's a very hard process moving on. And there are some days where I look back, like I was mentioning, and go back to old photos and text messages, and it's hard to resist the temptation to, after all that we've been through. But at a certain point in time, it's like you have to move on. But I know it's hard, and I'm even going through myself. But on those days where I don't resist the temptation and feel the need to look back at those old memories, I feel great, honestly. And I know there's better days ahead of me, as very hard as it is to see it now. I know the more I look back, the more I can't enjoy the present or look forward to the near and far future. And I don't want to waste my life looking back, regretting not living my life and moving on, because I'm stuck thinking constantly about this person who probably isn't even thinking or of me that much anymore. And just knowing that when through all that with him, I had those memories, just sometimes looking back and just remember that, just really puts me at peace sometimes too. Just knowing that I enjoyed it while it lasted, whether or not we may become friends or get even further into a relationship ever. I'm grateful for the time that we did have, and I know that there is way better, more in store, not only for me, but for all of us out there. And once again, it may be hard to see it now, but this is the time for you to get your crap together and to work on yourself, because that's essential, not only for the other person, but for you both to be committed to loving yourself and being the best you can for whoever you may be destined to be with, and we'll find a life. And so, yeah.
You found something and maybe you kind of spark something, I know. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.